Happy New Year, everyone. Happy 2026 from here in Dublin. I wanted to share with you a story from my own past and some exciting news about the very near future. So, when I was growing up here in Dublin, in my teenage years, I had a band with four of my best friends, Andy, Anto, Declan, and Jono, and we were called Melaton. And we loved our band. We were really dedicated. We used to practice 3 or 4 times a week together after school. We were really dedicated to it. And this was back in the late 1990s. So this was before the digital revolution. It was before the advent of music streaming, and it was before the whole landscape of the music industry had been changed by the internet. And so at that time, the dream of every band and every singer-songwriter and every artist was to get a record deal. And in 2001, in our final year of high school, as we were preparing to go to college, we were gigging around Dublin and we got a record deal with Sony Music in London. And so this was such an exciting moment in our lives. In fact, I remember it was quite funny because we had to actually miss our final day of school in order to be flown over to London to go to the Sony offices to sign our record deal. So we had stars in our eyes, the future was bright, we were going to make it. And with the full support of all our parents, because we were just teenagers, we put all our college plans aside and we went directly from being high school students to being full-time professional musicians. And Melaton was a legit signed rock band. And the record company started sending us off on tours around the UK and Ireland, playing for bigger and bigger audiences of 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 people, playing at big music festivals. They put us into expensive recording studios. We released a few CD singles. That we got into the Irish music charts. And about halfway through the process of recording what would have been our first album, the record company had a change of heart. They decided that they didn't want to invest any further in Melaton, and they dropped us. And it was such a disorienting, disappointing experience that the band split up and we went our separate ways. And in some ways, it was sometimes a bit too painful to even stay in contact, because we had all experienced this very disappointing end to what had begun as a very exciting, promising story. And so the years passed and we drifted apart. I moved off to America. Some of the other guys left Ireland too, and we lived our lives. Well, just this past summer, 2025, I got an email out of the blue from my old buddy and bandmate, Andy. And Andy wanted to share an idea with me. And the idea was, what if Melaton got back together for one final celebratory reunion show? We could choose one of our old favorite venues. We could do it for charity to raise money for a good cause, and we could reach out to all our old friends and fans and invite them to come to a reunion concert. And so I wrote back to Andy. I said, 100%, I'm in. And all the other guys said, 100%, we're all in. And so we are thrilled to announce that Melaton is reuniting for one celebratory reunion concert in Dublin this summer on Friday, 26th of June, 2026. And we would love to see all our old friends and fans and our families and new friends and fans too. We really want to make this a celebration of this band that meant so much to us and that we loved and still love. And we want it to be a celebration of the creative experience that we had writing our songs together. We're going to play all our old songs, and we want to make it a celebration of all of the friends that we made, both in Melaton and around Melaton. because those friendships have been so formative for all of us in our lives, and we want to celebrate those friendships together. So we invite you to come to the Melaton reunion show on 26th of June 2026 at one of Ireland's most legendary music venues, one of our favourite old music venues, Whelan's live venue in the heart of Dublin. The tickets have just gone on sale, and you can book your tickets at whelanslive.com/events/Melaton. And all of the proceeds are going to go towards Focus Ireland, which is an amazing charity, and they have just marked their 40th year of absolutely dedicated work to providing essential assistance and help for people suffering from homelessness in Ireland. So you can book your tickets for a good cause and a great concert at the link below. And over the coming months, the guys and I want to share our journey towards the reunion. So we're going to do that on Instagram and Facebook at Melaton Band. So please do look up Melaton Band on Facebook and Instagram, and come on this journey with us over the coming months, because we really want this whole experience to be something that is joyful and celebratory and beautiful. So I also want to stress that this concert is going to be for one night only, and it's in Dublin only. So to all our friends around Ireland, please come to Dublin for the concert. And to all our friends outside of Ireland, please think about coming to Ireland in June for a visit. Make a trip out of it. You can come to the concert, we'll hang out in Dublin, we'll have a blast. I think this is a really beautiful opportunity to see old friends, reconnect and celebrate some music together. And above all, it's just going to be great fun. So book some tickets, help Focus Ireland, and come and celebrate with us in Whelan's on Friday, 26th of June, 2026, here in Dublin.
If we wait for other quiet times to throw hands to each other's eyes, it leaves us in a state of in-between. Wake up, living other lives that may not leave us out of our open to any off chance.